Welcome back to the news at 10. Known as a major tourist attraction in Nigeria and in Africa, Cross River State still has many resources that are yet to be untapped. One of such is Ubang community in Obudu local government area of the state, where the males speak a different language from their female counterparts. Our community report tonight looks at the bilingual structure of the community. Emmanuel Day has details in the story.
Ubang community, located in the northern part of Cross River State, is approximately 6 hours drive from Calabar, the state capital. Surrounded by mountain ranges, the Ubang people are predominantly farmers who specialize in cocoa, cassava, yam, and other cash crops production.
There are many wonders of the world that abound in most communities of Cross River State. For this community of Ubang in Obudu local government area of Cross River State, the men here speak separate language from the women. Join me as I unravel this language mystery to you that has been in existence since time immemorial.
This tradition dates back to centuries ago, and the residents consider it a miracle.
I may not know really what happened, but there are some stories. One of them is that we were created the first people, and God was about giving to 2 languages. To a point, he discovered that if he does so, the thing will not go round. So now he reduced it to 1. After he might have given the Ubang people 2.
There are other schools of thought as regards the origin of this bilingual clan.
Personally, or some people have said that it's like the Tower of Babel failed here. So, and that is why we have 2 languages.
He's taking it back to Calabar.
From this potential young hunter to the 95-year-old clan head, and from this young girl to the lady fanning the ember, no one needs special training to speak according to the agenda.
Okay, how do you call water?
Yeah.
Water.
Mamu.
The yam in the male language is called kitong.
Okay. For women, irui.
These residents consider this phenomenon peculiar to them the world over.
God did this miracle, giving the ladies a different one, giving the male a different one. When the two speak, they understand themselves very well, perfectly well.
Ubang is already playing host to different visitors, some for research, some others for adventure.
So many institutions have come in here for research. We have also helped most research scholars.
Getting down here has been like one adventure that I've never had all through my life. I'm one person that likes going through villages to see what it feels like getting into those villages.
There have been instances where people speak languages other than that of their gender. Whoever does that, however, should be ready for the punishment that comes with it.
It's a taboo. Anyone who makes such mistake, she's laughed at by the other people listening. They laugh at him very well.
Beyond the language miracle, according to the people, they boast of their distillery. About 6 years ago, Channels Television visited this community over its state of infrastructure. Since that visit, residents say they are happy with the state of infrastructure, but nonetheless ask for more.
Wonders of the world, indeed, you would agree with me. So when next you visit Cross River State, take a trip to a bank in Obudu local government area of Cross River State to have a first-hand feel of the language magic. Imani Ode, Channels Television News.
A real wonder, that is. We cross over to Enugu State, where with just about a month to the anticipated announcement by the World Health Organization of polio-free status for Nigeria, the government is intensifying efforts towards ensuring that feat is achieved. In the state, Governor Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi is affirming his administration's commitment to this goal as he kicked off the first round of the National Immunization Plus Days. He used the opportunity to encourage mothers and caregivers not to only make their children available for immunization, but help in disseminating information about immunization in their communities.
According to the Enugu State government, the state has not recorded any case of polio since 2006 and is committed to working with national and international organizations to ensure that children between the ages of 0 to 5 are vaccinated against polio. That commitment is the reason for this gathering at the Enugu State University Teaching Hospital, Parkland, for the first phase of the National Immunization Plus Days in the state.
Trained healthcare workers will be moving around all the houses in Enugu State, communities, wards, and local governments to make sure that children who are less than 5 years are given this oral polio vaccine.
Representatives from the participating international agencies, including the World Health Organization and UNICEF, are impressed with the success recorded so far.
Despite being a polio-free state, some children are still not being reached and remain unimmunized. We therefore wish to encourage the state to continue to strengthen all activities that will help her to maintain a routine immunization status of 85% of all antigens.
We as a UN agency, both WHO and UNICEF, we are right behind you to ensure that the women and children of this state will have all the health services that they require.
The state governor says he remains committed to ensuring affordable health care for all citizens, and that includes the welfare of mothers and children.
We assure them of our continued support and cooperation towards the full realization of this important objective. Finally, I want to use this opportunity to urge all mothers and child caregivers in Enugu State to take full advantage of the NIBL and other immunization initiatives to ensure the safety of our children from polio and other dangerous but preventable diseases.
Stakeholders agree that there is need to adopt more proactive measures, such as taking campaigns and vaccination exercises to high-risk and hard-to-reach areas. Nkiruka Ajogu, Channels Television News.
Staying with immunization, but this time in Adamawa State, the government has reiterated its commitments to boost the procedure in the state as part of efforts aimed at containing diseases such as polio, measles, and meningitis. The Deputy Governor, Crowther Seth, made this commitment during the inaugural meeting of the Task Force on Immunization held in Yola, the state capital. He also pledges the state government's support in providing counterpart funding to boost vaccination campaigns for the benefit of all residents.
Adamawa State, one of the states affected by insurgency, has continued to do well in the area of immunization coverage. In the first 2 quarters of 2019, the state achieved 85% immunization coverage, surpassing the national polio immunization target of 80%. Gathered in this hall in the chamber of the government house in Yola are members of the Adamawa State Task Force on Immunization, UNICEF, World Health Organization, and other partners. They're here to review their performance in the last 2 quarters and plan for the next quarter of the immunization campaign in the state. The state deputy governor, who is also the chairman of the task force, lauds the commitment of members in improving healthcare delivery in the state. He assures that the state will ensure the success of all immunization activities in order to sustain the success recorded, which has resulted in a steady increase of immunization coverage.
On our part, I assure you of the support from the government in providing counterpart funding and the political commitment needed to boost vaccination.
The chairman of Adamawa State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, in her remark, explains that the federal government has included meningitis in the upcoming exercise and appeals for more support from the state government.
We are happy that in this particular instance, the federal government is making it a routine. It's going to make meningococcal vaccine a routine part of our immunization schedules.
The Director of Primary Health in the State Ministry of Health uses the opportunity to reveal that Adamawa State has not recorded any wild polio since 2009, just as the head of the Bauchi Field Office of UNICEF commends the state government's commitment towards the immunization exercise.
Adamawa State has been active in immunization services right from the inception.
Immunization comes first when it comes to health issues. Whether it is only with UNICEF or WHO and all the development partners that are trying to support state governments to immunize all the children and eradicate polio from Nigeria.
The role of traditional and religious leaders across the state and other partners is a major factor in ensuring increased vaccine acceptability among the people. It is therefore expected that they will mobilize their people to achieve eradication of childhood killer diseases.
And now to the arts. A professor of arts at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, presents his latest body of works at his solo exhibition at the Arts Culture Code Gallery in Abuja. Professor CHUU Ikwuemesi also shared his journey through art in the book while responding to questions from younger artists who look up to him. We see it on Art Review tonight.
When a professor of fine and applied art at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, decides to exhibit, one can only be prepared for an intriguing ride, especially if you look at his academic achievement, which he shares in words.
CHUU Chris Ikwuemesi is one of the children of Nigerian Civil War, having been born in Enugu in 1967, at the time the war was gathering momentum. And as he often puts it, he was a gallant soldier in that war, having fought the war on my mother's back.
This reading session of Professor CHUU Ikwuemesi's book is part of this event, as his works of art are hanging on the wall in an exhibition called Radiance of the Creative Spirit.
Aesthetically, it's something very impressive. The color combination, for instance, there's no monotony, and at the same time, there's no overuse of color. Everything is well blended and very sober.
Painter, art critic, and cultural entrepreneur, he has a bachelor's degree, first class, in fine and applied art, a master's degree in painting, and a PhD in art history from the University of Nigeria. With all these academic achievements under his belt, he decided to share his wealth of experience with the world.
Something moved me in 2008 when I spent my sabbatical year in Japan. I got there, I was going to study, make a comparison between contemporary Japanese and Nigerian artists. On a certain day, I went into the library and I saw a book on the Ainu of Japan. That is the aborigines of Japan. I looked at some of their textile. It reminded me of Uli, Then I looked at their culture, marriage, life cycle, everything. So I decided to make a comparative study of Igbo and Ainu. Initially, of course, those who know me know that I didn't want to do a PhD. Beyond the academic gains for me personally, it opened my eyes to the possibilities.
The professor has held several exhibitions and published many articles on art in professional journals. He is currently the head, Department of Fine and Applied Arts, University of Nigeria, Nsukka.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Kano Pillars and Nasarawa Amazons emerge men and women's ITO Cup champions at the Ahmadu Bello Stadium in Kaduna. We'll have more in sports news. Please join us again.